challenges people have is understanding rhythms, the time signatures, and the note values in music. And today I'm going to try to break it down so that everybody can be carried along. Because when you understand the rhythms in music, then you can easily play music. Because, like, I've been on the teaching field for a very long time now, and I understand that the only problem most students have is understanding the note values, understanding how each note, the value of each note in music. So I'm gonna break this down today so that everybody can understand. All right. So today I'm gonna use 4/4. But then first you have to understand what 4/4 means, because when you don't understand what 4/4 means, then probably there is going to be a problem. Yes, like I've had so many students who don't really, who can play but they don't understand what each time signature can really mean. All right, so what's 4/4 time signature? What's the meaning of 4/4 time signature? Okay, so I'm gonna explain it for you, and then I'm gonna give you some, and at the end of this class you're going to do some works for me. Okay, so I hope you are ready. 4/4 simply means 4 crochets in a bar. That's the meaning of 4/4. 4/4 means 4 crochets in a bar. That means, what it means by 4 crochets in a bar is that um, crochets in that music will carry the value of 1 beat. That's the meaning of 4 crochets in a bar. So, and then if it means 4 crochets in a bar, it's not all about knowing that it means 4 crochets in a bar. It's about understanding, okay, because you know in music you are not expecting to see all the notes being written on crochets, you understand? You see varieties of other notes, like you meet quavers, you meet like the semi-brief, the minims, dotted notes. So you have to understand what the value of those notes will be if a time signature is 4/4, or on the down number is 4. But then I know some of you might not really understand what um 4/4 time signature means, the new numbers, the meaning of numbers. Now I'm going to break it down first. When you see the upper number, for instance, in this case, let's treat the 4. When the upper number is 4, it means that in that music you have 4/4 beats. You have 4/4 beats in that music. You have 4/4 beats in that music. Now, when the down number is 4 in this case, because here the down number is 4, it now means that in that music you are going to use crochet as 1 beat. That means crochet note. And which note is crochet here? See crochet note here. Crochet note is going to take the place of 1/1 beat. You understand? Crochet note will take the place of 1/1 beat in that music. That's the meaning of 4/4. So crochet take 1 beat. It doesn't mean that you're going to see crochets throughout. You're going to see varieties of notes. You meet other notes in the process. So that is it. Okay, so we continue. Excuse me 1 minute. Okay, so we continue. Crochet taking 1 beat. Now I'm going to use this to set the example. What we mean by 1 beat is 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me on the metronome here so that we can use for our exercise, so that you understand it well. Let me on the metronome so that we can work with the timing. This will really help you to understand the movement, how it's the values too. Metronome. Okay. Now this is what we mean by crochet as 1 beat. You see now, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So that's what we mean by crochet as 1 beat. You see now that crochet sound 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So that's what it means by crochet taking the place of 1 beat in the music. Okay, so now we continue. So now you know, so that means if you have a music like this in 4/4, that means the value of this note here, the value of this crochet here is going to be 1, 1. So that means throughout that music, anywhere you see crochet, you're going to give it the value of 1, 1 beat. That means anywhere you see, in as much as the down number is 4, you're going to give crochet the value of 1, 1 beat, because it means crochet taking 1, 1 beat. So I'm still going to, then that means here is going to be 1 plus 1, because crochet is 1, right? So all the crochets now is going to be 1, 1. Understand now? All the crochets now are going to be 1, 1. Then, because remember this note hierarchy that we did, if you've not watched this video, you can go and watch it. We had different notes, and I also explained that these notes, their seniority is halves or in 2 times. Understand? So that means if crochet is 1, minim is greater than crochet. So that means minim is going to take the value of 2. So you see now, and here we have 2 minims. So another thing you have to understand is that there's a difference between saying 4 notes per bar and saying 4 beats per bar. You can have 1 note but 4 beats. You can have 4 notes and 4 beats. Like the first bar here, you can see that we have 4 notes, and this 4 notes carries 4 beats. That's the first bar. 4 notes is to 4 beats. But then when we move to the second bar, you now see that you have just 2 notes. But these 2 notes carries 4 beats. So when you're telling someone about time signature, you don't say 4 notes per bar. Rather, you say 4 beats per bar, because it can always be different kinds of notes, but the most important is that it carries the value of what is needed on the time signature. Okay, so then we continue. So I hope you understand, because I'm not trying to rush you. I want to make sure that everybody is carried along. Okay, so we continue. You see here we have just one note, but this one note still carries the value of 4 beats. So we have here just one note that carries 4 beats. So you see that it is not called 4 notes per bar, but it's called 4 beats per bar. And here you see we have 1 plus 1 plus 2. So this place carries 3 notes and 4 beats. Do you now understand how to give the value of this note? Because this is first step. When you don't understand this, probably there's going to be a problem. You have to understand the value of these notes first before you attempt playing it, like maybe the rhythmic part of it. So if you have any question, just drop it in the comment section, and then I'm gonna tackle it and explain it further for you to understand. Okay, so now we continue. So this is the first step, and I'm going to try again with different kinds of notes still on this 4/4. I'm going to try different this thing again. Okay, let me clean this part. Let me clean it all. Okay. So we are still going to do 4/4, and this time around we are going to mix notes. Okay, so this is another 4/4 that we are going to tackle. So now, what is the meaning of this one, and what are the values of these notes? What are the values of these notes here in this 4/4? Okay, so still 4/4, you understand, I've already explained that 4/4 means 4 crochet beats per bar, not 4 crochet notes. If you say 4 crochet, that means the kind of note that you use throughout the music will be this crochet, and it can't be so, because music, if it's always written that way, music would have been very boring, because it would just be the same kind of notes, no varieties, no beautification. So it can always be like that. That's why it means 4 crochet beats per bar. Okay, so we are going to work on the values of this particular note. I hope we are ready. You see here I use quavers, the medium, the semi-brief. Okay, and after this, I'm going to introduce dotted notes. I'm going to introduce dotted notes, and then I'm also going to introduce the quiver, the semi-quiver. Yes, and probably we can do as many as maybe the triplets notes too. But let's just see how it goes first. So this is the crochet notes. So since it's 4/4, 4/4 means 4 crochet beats per bar. Not 4. If you say 4 crochet notes, you are reading to the music having just crochets throughout. So it's 4 crochet because, for instance, here 2 crochet is inside this one note. Understand? Okay. So what's the value? You know, from the time signature, it automatically means that anywhere you see crochet is taking 1 beat, 1 count. So here we give crochet the value of 1. We give it, and then minim, since minim is greater than crochet, we now give minim the value of 2. So you see now we have our 4 beats inside that particular place. Casey, thank you. In that particular place. So this place is now complete 4 beats in a bar because this is 4. This is 4 beats inside this bar. And then here we have 2 beats because 2 crochet is equivalent to 1 minim. This here we have 2 plus 1, and here this is quiver. Between quiver and crochet, which one is the senior? Let me use that simple thing. So the answer here is that crochet seniors quiver. So that means if crochet is 1, and then what would a junior be? And not just a junior, it's just an immediate junior. Like what I'm trying to say. Now after them born crochet, they come born quiver. So the junior not too far because there are other juniors. So that means the value of mystery, thank you. That means the value of crochet is going to be, that means the value of crochet is going to be 1, and then the value of quiver is going to be half. So can you now see how we have halves plus half? So now if you add this, 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. Half plus half is 1. So now 1 plus 3 is 4. So that's how we get to having still 4 here. So do we have what the time signature wants? Yes, the answer is yes. Okay, so we continue there. The next one is simple. We've already done this, meaning 2 plus 2. This is 4. So can you now see the function of the time signature? It helps divide the music into equal parts. Divides the music into equal parts. I'm coming. Oh, where's my... Divide the music. Okay, sorry for the break in transmission. You know, you know, you see, I'm doing a whole lot of things at the same time. Okay, so we continue. And this is one note, and this one note carries the value of 4 bits. So you see, one note, 4 bits. So now, assuming I was calling it 4 crochet in a bar, or assuming I was calling it 4 notes per bar, that means I would have broken the rule of what I said. So it's actually 4 bits per bar. Okay. So here you see we have divisions of half, 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 half. So for time signature, that's the down number. Now let me break this down and give you a very simple tips to understanding those values, time signature, and everything. For a time signature that the down number is 4 till Christ comes, what I'm going to explain here is going to remain constant. So you pay attention very well now. For a time signature that the down number is 4, crochet will always take 1 bit, and this is the note that I said I'm calling crochet. Crochet is going to take 1 bit, meaning is always going to take 2 bits. This is what I called mean. Quiver is always going to take halves. These are the notes I'm calling quiver. So these are constant values for the time signature that the down number is 4. It can be 3 4, it can be 2 4, it can be 4 4, 8 4, whatever, 6, whatever 4 it is. Just know that the notes that is going to take 1 bit is crochet, and then from that crochet, these notes, the value of this note remains. Okay, so that's very simple tips to understanding note values. Okay, so we continue. All right. Then this one is 2. So if you count half, half, and 2, you see that you still have 4 bits there. And then this one is 2, half, 2 plus half, 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 half. So you see, you still have 4 there. Now, although that's not what we are going to do for today, I'm going to play this rhythm for you to hear how it sounds. Now, let me bring the metronome from my phone. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take it very slowly so that everybody can be carried along. 2, 3, 4. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now, before I continue, why is this place strike once and then counted twice? Because we play notes, we don't play beats. We only sustain beats. So you strike what you see, you sing what you see, and then you sustain what you don't see, but it has weight. Understand? So like here, you see one note carries the value of 2 bits. That means you're going to play what you see. You see one note, so you play that one note. Bam. So if the value that note carries were to be like 10, for instance, you're going to play only that one note, and then sustain up to 10 counts. Understand now? So like this one that is 1 note to 4 bits, you're playing what you see, the physical. Bam. Then you keep sustaining it till you cover the needed bit the note carry. So we move again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, can you see here? Because those two notes carries the value of 1 bit. That means you have to divide it to meet the. So this two notes is like having one orange and dividing it into two equal parts. It's still one orange but into two equal parts. That means to get the exact orange, you have to give each part equal value, and then you have to divide one bit into two. So that one bit must carry two halves. You understand? So I'm going to play it again so that you hear how it sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's just it. And then we are going to try other note values. We are also going to consider dotted notes still today. Okay. So we continue. Already. We are still going to do 4 again. And I'm going to add some extra notes like the dotted notes, Okay, this is still the same time signature bit, another kind of rhythm that we are going to consider. Okay, so this is dotted note. And what is the meaning of a dotted note? Now, a dotted note means half the value of the original. Now, what's the meaning of half the value of the original? For instance, if a time signature or if a note carries, like for instance, in this case now, you see, the real meaning is 2 counts, 2 bits, and then a dot is added to it. Okay, so that means half of 2 will also be added because that dot now represents half of the original. The original is 2, half of the original. So now 2 divided by 2, or you can say half of 2 is what? So half of 2 is 1. So that is the meaning of half the value of the original. So now it means 1 plus the real original, which is 2. That means the whole of this place is now going to carry the value of 3 bits. So that's what it means. And you don't write it separately. You don't write 2 here and 1 here. No, because the dot is not a note. It's just like a bit. So it's attached to a note. Understand? So you don't write it differently. And do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, use 30 seconds. Let me check something. Yeah. So I'm coming. Okay. Okay, so we continue. I'm coming. Let me do 1 or 2. Okay. So this is how it goes. Like this one, the real note is 1 bit. So if the real note is 1 bit, so since half is a dot is added to it, it now becomes 1.5. So it's going to be, you add these two together. Half of 1 is what? Half. So it's going to be 1.5. Then now quiver is half for this time signature. That's 2 plus 1 plus 1. So 1.5 plus half is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. So you have 4. Now this one was 2 plus the dots 3 plus 1. You have 4. Now these ones are semi-quiver, so they're quarters. So quarter, quarter, half, quarter, quarter, half, 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 1. Notes are 1. See now. And you have to, just like having 1 orange, dividing it into 4 equal parts. So this is this note now. Then plus 1 plus, this place is now 1.5 plus half. So you now see 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 2. So you now have 4 bits here. Then here we have half, 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 1, 2, 1.5 plus half. So 2, 4. Then here carries 4 bits. So this is just how it works. This is how it works. Once you understand the concept, once you understand the technique, then playing music, understanding sight reading stuff becomes an easy thing for you. But when you don't understand how it works, the technique, it becomes a problem. So this is just it. Okay, so I'm going to try to play this. I know I've not started real lesson on the rhythm part, but I just want to play it so that you hear how it sounds, if it's moving in a musical way or if it's unstable, if it's having unstable tempo. Okay, so let me do my metronome for the work. One, 2, 3. So this beats now represents the upper number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like magic, Abby. Don't worry, it's a gradual process. You get there. Okay, so this is just how it sounds, and this is where we are going to end for this morning and for today. And I hope you rewatch the video and try to do some things, and gradually you get there. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me.